Hey Zoe, how are you? Oh, oops, my bad. Guess you can't really be good with a kidney missing, huh? Excuse me? Oh, no way. You didn't forget about me, right? It's Amelia. Yeah, I know who you are. It's just that I haven't heard from you in about 8 years. Getting a message out of the blue on WhatsApp really caught me off guard. Wow, 8 years already, huh? Hey, how old are you now, Zoe? If I remember right, you're almost 35, aren't you? So, have you finally managed to get married yet? I'm still single. Yeah, I figured. Sorry about that. Probably a dumb thing to ask. I mean, come on. You're pretty ugly. Like, what guy would actually marry you, right? Jesus, did you seriously just reach out after all this time just to throw insults at me? If that's all you wanted, don't bother messaging me again. Oh, come on. It's not nonsense. It's the truth. Your looks are way below average, and your personality's dull. Plus, you're no fun at all. Talking to you is so boring that the conversation always dies. I think it's just because we have different interests and hobbies. Well, yeah. You've got no sense of style, always wearing such lame outfits. Your clothes are plain, and you barely even wear makeup. Honestly, there's not a single thing about you that's attractive. It's no wonder you're still not married. Yeah, so what do you want? I've got things to do, so can we wrap this up? Come on! I've actually got some news to share. Been meaning to tell you. So, after 8 years, you suddenly show up with some news? Please don't tell me your kidney's bad again, and now you want another one from me. I mean, I've got no kidneys left to spare. Oh, don't say something so morbid. My kidney's doing just fine, thanks. Good thing yours was a match, huh? If it wasn't, well, there wouldn't have been much use for you anyway. Yeah, I've heard that a million times. Even though there was nothing I could do about it, Dad kept yelling, "You better make sure you're a match. Otherwise, there's no point in you being born." He totally lost it on me. I know, right? That was hilarious. It made me realize you were born just to keep me alive. That moment just confirmed it for me. But hey, at least everything worked out in the end. Worked out, huh? Yeah, it worked out for you. Thanks to that, I ended up losing a kidney. And for me, there's been nothing good about it. Come on! At least you got to spend a little time with the family because of it. You should be grateful to me. When you got kicked out of the house right after high school, that was seriously the funniest thing ever. You just stood there laughing. I mean, you were clinging to Dad, crying and begging, "Please, just let me stay a little longer." And Dad was like, "Shut up and grow up already," and shoved you away. It felt like I was watching some trashy soap opera. It was so funny. I was really shocked when they told me to leave. But honestly, getting away from you with all your selfishness and from parents who only cared about you was the best thing for me. I went through so much unfair treatment. Even birthday and Christmas, you got whatever you wanted, while I got nothing. No gifts, no celebrations. You never even studied and had terrible grades. But when you happened to get a good score on a test, they praised you. Meanwhile, I worked hard at school all the time, and not once did anyone say a word of praise to me. They made me do all the house chores just because I was the older sister. If I had stayed in that house, I think I would have lost my mind from all the stress. It's like you were born just to have a miserable life. But hey, can't blame anyone. It's not like you're pretty like me. Even though we're both their daughters, the difference in how they treated us was just wild. But I mean, who wouldn't favor the pretty and charming one over the plain and boring one? You're still living at that place where you work, right? Good for you. At least you've gotten better at surviving. Yeah, I bet. After that, Dad contacted me and told me you were in the hospital with a kidney condition. When he asked me to give you a kidney, I was shocked. I bet. That's not exactly the kind of thing people ask every day. But honestly, I was just as surprised. After being treated like an outcast by the whole family and getting kicked out of the house, I can't believe you still helped. At first, I was going to refuse. I thought, after all the crap you guys put me through, how dare you? But then, Dad apologized to me. He said he was sorry for everything and begged me to give you my kidney. He promised that if I did, we could try to be a family again. He even said he'd take us on a family vacation once he got better. Wait, he actually said that? Yeah, he did. To be honest, I didn't care about going on a family trip. There was no way I'd enjoy traveling with people who treated me so badly. But Dad even showed up at my job and begged me. And he was crying too. Everyone around us was, of course, sympathetic toward him. I had no choice but to give in. There was no way I could refuse in that situation. Wow! Dad really went all out, huh? He even shed tears for me? And then, of course, he stabbed you in the back. Yep, that's exactly what happened. Those tears were all just an act. As soon as the surgery was done, his whole attitude changed. There's no way I'm going on a family trip with you. That was just a lie to get you to cooperate. You're useless to us now, so get lost. With that, he kicked me out. Wow! Dad's still as unreasonable as ever, huh? The moment he got the kidney for me, you were completely forgotten. I gotta say though, for me, being the favorite, it was hilarious. I was too shocked to even be angry. Then Mom chimed in, reminding me not to get too full of myself, just because I donated a kidney to you. I didn't even want to think of them as my parents anymore. I had cut ties with them and you too, so I never imagined I'd hear from you again. So what's the news this time? If it's about a funeral, I'd at least show up for that. Geez, stop saying such morbid things. The big news is, I'm getting married. Oh, really? Congratulations. Oh, come on. You don't have to force yourself to say congratulations. What? You're furious, aren't you? You've lived a miserable life, unloved by our parents since you were a kid. Meanwhile, I've been showered with blessings. It's just so unfair, isn't it? And the guy I'm marrying, he's insanely rich, super handsome, and totally has that Prince Charming with a bright future vibe. So that's why you reached out? Just to brag? Yeah, exactly. He's seriously the whole package. He's got a face like a celebrity, stands about 6'1", and his fashion sense is amazing. Whether he's in casual clothes or a suit, he looks incredible. Oh, and his dad owns a company. Apparently, he's going to take over the business, so I'll be the future CEO's wife. That's why I already quit my job. I mean, with a rich husband, who needs to work, right? It's incredible, isn't it? Well, if you're happy, I guess that's all that matters. Right? I'm so sorry that I ended up with all the happiness. You must feel so miserable right now. Not really. Your happiness has nothing to do with mine. Oh, you're just pretending it doesn't bother you. So funny. Deep down, I bet you're stomping your feet in frustration. I feel sorry for you, Zoe. Single and broke for life? I'm not exactly broke, though. Yeah, right. You didn't even get to go to college, and you've been stuck working in a live-in job, right? You have to be poor. But don't worry. I'll be happy enough for the both of us. Oh, and by the way, we're having the wedding at a huge venue with tons of guests. I mean, of course, he's going to be the next CEO. The dress is going to be super extravagant too. I can't wait. Just so you know, I'm not planning on attending. Huh? Why on earth would you think you'd be invited? There's no way I'd invite someone like you. A dumb, kidneyless loser like you would just embarrass the Smith family. Yeah, I figured you'd say something like that. You can't even be a little grateful after getting my kidney. Don't act like you're some kind of savior just because you gave me a kidney. As long as it was a match, it didn't have to be yours anyway. You're acting all high and mighty just because you happen to be compatible. Honestly, I had bad luck too. Since we were a match, I had no choice but to go through with a donation. I had to go through a bunch of tests beforehand, then fast for several days before the surgery. During the surgery, I was under general anesthesia, and afterward, the pain was so bad I couldn't even turn over in bed. And I've had to take immunosuppressants ever since, which come with horrible side effects like nausea and swelling. Plus, with only one kidney, I get tired easily. My stamina's shot, and I get sick way more often now. And after all that, instead of thanking me, you call me a dumb loser. What's wrong with calling a loser a loser? I mean, you're still alive, right? That's what counts. Whether you're happy or not is beside the point. Anyway, as of next Sunday, I'll officially be a married woman. That's all I wanted to share. Wait, next Sunday? Yeah, why? Well, either way, I wouldn't have made it to your wedding. I've got plans that day. Huh, I see. Well, I'll send you a picture of me looking stunning in my white wedding dress. I don't need that. Oh, no need to be shy. If you set a picture of me in my gorgeous wedding dress as your phone wallpaper, it might bring you some good luck. Who knows? Maybe even you could get married someday. No thanks. Don't say creepy things like that. Having you as my wallpaper is the last thing I want. Oh, I see. Then I won't send it. It'll just remind you of how miserable you are every time you look at it, and make you feel even worse, right? Jesus Christ. Talking to you is exhausting. Anyway, take care.
Hey Zoe, do you have a moment?
Good evening, Gabriel. What's up?
Since tomorrow's my wedding, I just wanted to confirm. You'll be attending, right?
Of course. I'll be there.
Thank God. I know how busy you are, so I just wanted to make sure.
No matter how busy I am, I'll make sure to attend. You've always been a great help to me, Gabriel. I'm really looking forward to the wedding.
I'm also excited to see you again. It's been a while.
And Gabriel, congratulations.
I appreciate it. I was relieved when she accepted my proposal.
If I recall correctly, you fell in love with her at first sight, right?
Yes, that's right. We met at a party a friend invited me to, and she was just so beautiful. Actually, her last name is also Smith. Maybe it's fate or something.
Is that so? I'm looking forward to meeting her tomorrow. If she's someone you chose, I'm sure she's a wonderful person.
I like to think so. Though she does seem to have a bit of a negative streak sometimes. I heard she went through a serious illness in the past, so I think that might have something to do with it. I try not to let it bother me too much.
Sounds like she's had her share of hardships.
Yes, I heard her older sister passed away at a young age. Apparently, Even though her sister treated her badly when they were kids, she still took care of her and stayed by her side every day when she was ill.
Wow, that's incredible considering how she was treated.
Yes, her parents always favored the older sister, leaving her isolated within the family. But she said that being sisters was what mattered most, so she gave her all to care for her. Sadly, her sister still passed away, and she blames herself for it, saying she sometimes breaks down in tears just thinking about her.
She truly sounds like a kind-hearted person.
She is. After her sister's death, she managed to reconcile with her parents despite how cold they had been to her. She even forgave her sister for all the mistreatment, but she hesitated to marry me, saying she felt guilty about finding happiness when her sister never got the chance. So I told her that I was confident her sister would want her to feel happy. That's how I convinced her to accept my proposal. From now on, I want to be the one to make her happy. That's why I hope tomorrow's wedding will be a grand celebration filled with joy.
You've thought so much about her. That's truly admirable. I wish you both all the happiness in the world.
Thank you. I hope you have a wonderful time tomorrow.
I'm even more excited to attend the wedding now. Well then, let's make it a beautiful day tomorrow. See you there. What the hell do you think you're doing? You told me you weren't going to come to my wedding. Are you here just to mess things up because you're jealous of me? Of course not. I came because I was invited. And yet, the moment you saw me, you kicked me out of the venue. Well, obviously. Having someone as ugly as you at my wedding would ruin everything. It's been years since we last met, but you haven't changed one bit. And don't forget, the only reason you're still alive is because you have my kidney. Huh? I never invited you. And look at you, wearing some expensive dress like you're somebody. I don't owe you anything, so get out of my wedding. I was invited. Are you sure you want me to leave? What? You're still insisting that you were invited? Oh, I get it. You just couldn't resist crashing the wedding for the fancy food, huh? Since you're broke, I bet you never get to eat a full French course meal. So, how did you even figure out where the wedding was? Did some relative tell you the location? Seriously, whoever gave you that info is in so much trouble. For real. Just leave. You're not invited. All right, I'll go. Too bad, though. I went to all the trouble to dress up nicely for this. Don't come crying to me later when you regret it. Whatever. As if I'd ever regret it. Now stop being annoying and get out, you kidneyless single loser. Yeah. And don't bother contacting me ever again, no matter what happens. Huh? Acting all high and mighty, are you? Don't worry. I put a memorial portrait at your seat. A memorial portrait? Why would you do that? Because, according to us, you're already dead. If you suddenly showed up here, it'd cause a scene, don't you think? Wow, you really went that far, huh? Well, I can see why my being here is a problem for you. Now it makes sense why you freaked out and jumped on me the moment you saw me. Exactly! So stay out of my life for good. This is it. We're done. Got it. Where are you? Please, pick up the phone. I can't talk right now. I'm on the train. Also, isn't your wedding already underway? Is it really okay for you to be texting on WhatsApp right now? The ceremony got interrupted. Huh? My fiancé saw your memorial portrait and completely lost it. Yeah, I figured that might happen. What do you mean, figured? Did you do something? Nope. I didn't do anything. It's just that your fiancé's company happens to be one of our business partners. What? A business partner? Wait, you knew each other? Yeah, of course. In fact, your fiancé is the one who invited me to the wedding. What? Seriously? But you told me you had other plans and couldn't come to the wedding. Yeah, because I got invited through work. One of my business partners was getting married, so I was happy to attend. I've worked with him before and I was looking forward to it. But with everything that happened today, I've decided to end our business relationship. So don't worry, we're done. There's nothing tying us together anymore. What? Wait a minute. What do you mean business? Who are you? I run my own company. What? But I thought you were doing some live-in job. That was right after high school. Do you even realize how many years it's been since then? I worked that live-in job for 2 years, then switched to another company, and eventually started my own business. No way! But you only graduated high school, and you're a business owner? There are plenty of CEOs out there without college degrees. Your fiancé's company, his father's company actually, relies heavily on us as a key business partner. That's probably why your fiancé invited me to the wedding. But well, since you kicked me out, here we are. So that's why Gabriel is furious. Exactly. I was chatting with Gabriel over WhatsApp yesterday, and we talked about me attending the wedding today. He was really looking forward to seeing me. But then, when he saw my memorial portrait at the venue, yeah, no surprise even someone as calm as Gabriel lost it. I had no idea. I didn't know you and he knew each other. I was just as surprised. I knew there was another wedding on the same day, and I heard the bride's last name was Smith, but I never imagined it would be you. Since it was Gabriel's wedding, I pictured a beautiful, elegant bride in my head, but the reality couldn't have been more different. What are you saying? I am beautiful. Not like you, you ugly thing. Well, maybe your features are decent enough, but after seeing you for the first time in 8 years, your nasty personality shows right through your face. To be honest, I didn't find you beautiful at all. And as for elegance, not a trace of it. Shut up! Shut up! You ugly loser! I still can't understand why Gabriel would want to marry someone like you. He's so honest and hardworking. He's nothing like you. I guess he did fall for your looks at first, though. Knowing you, you probably acted all sweet and innocent around him. Once he sees the real you, I bet he'll be shocked. Don't you dare say anything unnecessary to him. I'm about to start my perfect life. I'm marrying a stable, successful man, and I'm going to live in luxury. Don't ruin it for me. Ruin your life? If anything, I think I've helped you a lot. If I hadn't given you my kidney, you wouldn't even be here right now. Your kidneys were already failing back then. If you hadn't gotten that transplant, you only had a few months left to live. So what? It's not like it had to be your kidney. Just because it happened to be yours doesn't mean you can act all high and mighty. And I never asked you to give me your kidney. Yeah, Dad was the one who asked for it, not you. Still, a simple thank you wouldn't hurt, considering I saved your life. Not that I expect you to say it now or anything. But saying thanks wouldn't change your life, would it? Anyway, who cares at this point? Exactly. Who cares? Which is why I've already told Gabriel everything. I told him all about how you and our parents treated me over the years. What? What exactly did you tell him? I told him about your kidney disease and how I gave you my kidney. How, despite that, I never got a word of thanks and was kicked out afterward. How you contacted me for the first time in 8 years just to boast, only to say I wasn't invited, and leave a memorial portrait of me instead. Wait, why would you tell him all of that? That's none of your business. It becomes my business when you put up a portrait of me, pretending I'm dead. That was just a joke. A joke? That's a bit much for a joke, don't you think? But you didn't have to badmouth me to my fiancé. You're just trying to ruin my happiness because you're jealous I'm getting married. I spent so much time planning this wedding, and now, because of you, it's probably going to get canceled. All I did was tell the truth. I didn't tell him what to do, but it sounds like you've told quite a few lies along the way. And now, those lies have come to light, haven't they? Well, I guess it can't be helped. I mean, saying you had an ill sister who used to bully you, but you forgave her after she passed away, and claiming you cared for her by her side the whole time, and that our parents only favored her, it was all made up. But I had to marry him. I couldn't let go of a high-status man like that after all the effort I put in. He's honest and responsible, and I figured if I told him I'd had a hard life, he'd love me even more. I'm speechless. Those lies are way over the top, don't you think? This is a complete disaster. What do I do? He's saying he wants to call off the wedding. Well, that was bound to happen. No, I was so close. I was just about to secure my dream life. Please help me. I'll apologize. Just say something to him. No way. I'm done helping you. These are your lies. You clean them up yourself. I've already cut ties with you. We're strangers now. That means I'm ending my business relationship with your fiancé's company too. Goodbye. Wait, he's furious. You don't have to drag work into this. Please, don't say you're canceling the deal. Can't you come back to the venue? Talk to him for me, please. You're the one who said we were done, remember? And you're the one who kicked me out of the wedding. I've already left, and I'm on my way home. Come back, please. You can still attend the wedding. I'll introduce you properly as my sister. I'll even tell the guests about how you gave me your kidney. I'll give a speech saying I'm alive today thanks to you. I don't need you to do any of that. And honestly, having you as my sister, that's just embarrassing. I'm done with you for good. Don't ever contact me again. Don't say that. I really thought we'd never cross paths again. And yet, here we are, meeting like this. But at least now, I've cut ties with you for good. And honestly, I feel relieved, so thanks for that. What should I do, Zoe? I think I'm starting to feel sick. What's this all of a sudden? Come on, you're probably just making this up. Trying to act sick now won't change anything just because things aren't going your way. No, I swear, something feels off. I feel so weak, and it's hard to breathe. Oh, really? How unfortunate. Why are you being so cold? I'm your sister and I'm suffering. Sister? I don't have a sister. Please, just come back. Why are you trying to rely on me? Can't you ask someone at the venue for help? The thing is, I'm all alone here. Gabriel and his parents stormed off to the waiting room in anger, and Mom and Dad ran after them. All the other guests left too. So the wedding's officially canceled, huh? We'll figure it out yourself. I can't. What am I supposed to do? I'm really not feeling well. I think something's seriously wrong. Please, come back, Zoe. You're the only one I can rely on. Can you stop trying to lean on me? We're strangers now. Plus, you've been granted a second chance at life, but you don't even show any gratitude for it. It's time for you to vanish from my life for good. No! I'll apologize for everything, I swear. Please, don't abandon me. Go reflect on your actions. Down in hell. Oh, and I'm blocking you now. Bye. Zoe, wait! Later, I heard that Emilia had the wedding staff call an ambulance, and she was taken to the hospital. Rumor has it that her condition is quite serious, and she'll need to stay hospitalized for a long time. Our parents are in a panic, but none of that concerns me anymore. I have no intention of reconnecting with her or our parents ever again. As for my business with Gabriel's company, I've decided to continue our partnership. I told Emilia the deal was off, but since their engagement has been called off, there's no reason to end it. Gabriel himself is a trustworthy and respectable person, and I look forward to continuing a good relationship with him. Though Emilia told me I'd stay single forever, I'm actually seeing someone now, and soon we'll be getting married. Our wedding will be a small, intimate ceremony with just his family and a few close friends. From now on, I want to build a warm and loving home with someone who truly values me.